Yes, sir. Man, what's good? YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, man. It's your boy Wayne on 2 times, you feel me? We rock. I want to start a new episode. Like, it'll be my first one. And forgive me if I kind of look off. I'm trying to get used to talking to the camera. I'm trying to get used to, you know what I'm saying? Nah, this is what I kind of want to do. This is just a hobby, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I am an artist. I'm from Mobile, Alabama. Man, I kind of want to give y'all the reason, you know what I'm saying, behind my substance. Well, what is my substance for, like my music? And majority of the time, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, whatever I'm feeling at the moment. It ain't even really about what I'm feeling at the moment. It's kind of more something that's like a little deeper than that. You know, I'm trying to bring towards the forefront. Like, you know, I'm not really, I'm talkative with people I know, but other than that, like, you know what I'm saying, I get along with everybody. I don't think I got no enemies. If I do, I guess I apologize or something. I don't know, because, you know, when I wake up in the morning, I'm not, worried about nothing, You know, I give praise to God soon when I get up, you know what I'm saying? God-fearing man, regardless, go to church, do my thing here and now, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to be the best version of me and elevate even higher. The first song that I kind of want to talk about, and it's actually like, it means a lot to me, is Hard to Love. It's exactly what it say, because you know how some people, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you just go through something and it's like, depending on, like, you try, regardless on even if, you know what I'm saying, they saying whatever you're doing, you're not really doing. I'll just give you a little small bit on. I'm not even really trying to go down, memory lane like that, because, I healed a lot, and, I'm not even gonna discuss my status or nothing, because, I'm not trying to make it bigger than what I came here for, but, yeah, man, Hard to Love, it's a song that, it's dear to me, it kind of, like, made me want to get up out my shell, well, for y'all that don't know, I once was married, going through the whole divorce thing and stuff. I mean, I don't wish that on nobody. That shit tough. Excuse me for my language, but, I'm grown, but I ain't, still respectful. I know I gotta keep PG. I've been through the whole 9 and stuff like that, depending on, I know people do grow apart, but, with this song, it basically like a shed on, I kind of shed light towards, like, just relationships in general. You ain't even really got to be married, because with what I try to create with this song, like, you go through, love is, I love love, you know what I'm saying, even when it hurts. And it sounds crazy, but when you love hard, you know what I'm saying, it do show you how great of a person you can be. But also, when you do love hard, it can make you toxic at times. It make you, delusional at times if you're not, all the way focused and, locked in. And love is a beautiful thing when two people actually love each other. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, like, locked all the way in. You don't want people getting into your relationships. Men, I'm not gonna say all men, but, men, we know how we get when we see another, beautiful woman or something like that. And sometimes, it can really play on you sometimes when, you know what I'm saying, you looking at, like, other women and you seeing what they doing compared to your partner, then it's dangerous when you start comparing, like, why you don't do this, and it's vice versa with women, like, you know what I'm saying, and, I say it's a growing process. It's something that don't happen overnight. For men and women, look, if you're not really work for what you really want, especially like love and stuff like that, man, being single is pretty much you. Just stay that, honestly. for a lot of people, like you know, when you find the one you want, like, you know what I'm saying, the one you want, I guess that's what they say. You know, sometimes they don't be what you thought, and you try to make it work. Not saying this in my situation, because, you know, I chose who I was with. We had to work. I mean, like I say, man, there's no ill will. Love her to this day. I promise you I do. Respectfully, you know what I'm saying? She's grown, she do what she needs to. We have kids. Yes, of course. Love my kids to death. One of my biggest motivations to, you know what I'm saying, doing a lot of this music stuff, they actually really driven me to do it, to get back in it. Because I was doing music ahead of time before all this. And I put it down because of my marriage, because I, you know, wanted to be, you know, try to be my own version of of a man. Please, y'all don't sound clip that good. Nah, it ain't. Hell nah. But yeah. No Diddy. I don't know why it took me that long to say it, but nah, man. Honestly, like, you know, they driven me to become a better man. And, you know, I had to learn how to love my wife. I know a lot of people might be like, learn, like, I thought you was something that you knew. No, I had to learn first, mold myself to be the man that I needed to be, and which was a leader. Natural born leader. I had to learn how to, you know what I'm saying, you know, adapt to, you know, just being a father. Learn how to adapt to just move, like, you know what I'm saying. And mind you, I, like, the two women I do, you know what I'm saying, have kids with or whatnot, they're wonderful. I love both of them. Ain't no shade, never no shade. Still gonna, you know what I'm saying, have they back in the time, because they bless me with angels that, you know what I'm saying, even through my darkest time, they seen the light of me when I didn't. But, you know, after all that, you know, going through what I went through and stuff like that, you know, try to take my mind off of it, went to work, went out there to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, put in some work. And how it started when I came back home, you know, it was just on my mind, it was just on my heart, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, it's just deep. It was just something deep I had to just get out. And honestly, I wrote the lyrics before I even heard the beat, honestly, because it was just something I just jot down. I still do this to this day. I jot down whatever, you know what I'm saying, get the substance. You know, that's one thing I want with my music. I want substance. I want something to talk about. It's easy for me to talk about, you know, gunning somebody down or doing something like that. But honestly, though, when I'm in my life, I just see peace. Peace is the perfect thing, you know what I'm saying? It really, you know, make me thrive. Like, it put me back into when I was, you know, a kid and used to be in my room. Of course, I had siblings, but I used to be in my room, you know, play with toys, just sit back when it was just simple, you know. So it was hard, but I had to try to find my way to get back to that. But pretty much hard to love is kind of what, like, some of my relationships, you know what I'm saying, was like, you know what I'm saying, when she's antisocial, she hard to study, she don't talk to too many people, you know, and that's how it was. Like, I kind of go for, you know, I ain't gonna say the quiet girl, but, you know, they not on the radar like that, they not loud, you know what I'm saying, and yeah, they, you know, that's kind of my thing, something like that, man. You know, I'm cool with everybody, you know. I ain't really trying to, like, you know, like I said, once again, if I got started with anybody, bro, honestly, man, let it go. I'm grown, you grown, we all grown, like, let it go. If you haven't came to me by now, said anything to me, man, I wouldn't even know we had it. But anyway, man, back to this, man. You know, it's just something I felt like when I say, you know, I'm way harder than your first diamond. She might hit me across the head when I say that, but yeah, she lost my first ring. I ain't even gonna lie, I would eat it. I would piss. I was mad. But you know, that was just the first trinket. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't no thing. It's just, you know, I was getting new to, you know, the whole thing, trying to, you know, learn how to love her. It's different from you actually love her to learning how to, through the good, bad, and it's gonna be a lot of that. But you know what really make a strong relationship stand, man? Y'all both gotta be in it together, man. Keep God first too. That's the first thing y'all need to do. And you know, part of my journey, like, you know, and I ain't gonna really get on to all that. No, I didn't cheat, nothing like that. I mean, it is what it is. Stuff just don't roll like, you know, how it needs to. But you know, it just, you know, I'm just basically saying, like, you know what I'm saying, hard to love is something that's just a dope concept for me. I don't like the argument. I really don't like the argument. I'd rather be nonchalant, rather kind of deviate from it, because like after so many times, you know, I'm not even really like that. I'm more cool, man. You know, I try to back away from it. Now, it have been times, yes, I have been wrong. I take full accountability, 100%. And I know I said I wasn't gonna disclose my, you know, my relationship and stuff, but for anyone in the future, any female, biologically, honestly, like, I'd rather for you to come to me healed, because that's what I'm bringing you. I'm healed. I don't want a trauma button. I'd rather talk about getting money. I'd rather talk about trips. I'd rather talk about family. So please, no, baby, if you ain't healed, I trust I'm gonna notice. I might play along with just bad, but you know, I'm kind of like, I be bored, I ain't got rid of shit. Well, you know, nothing to do. You'll say I'm nonchalant, I do like that, you know, it is what it is. Trust, baby, if you leave, I'm not finna chase you, man. Like, that is a waste of my time. Like I said, I look, I'm focused on what's important to me. Really, I am. I'm truly, I am. You know, I feel like you block me, you doing yourself a favor, because I'm not gonna call you. So I think you kind of, you know what I'm saying, you know, helping yourself and trying to, you know, resist them urges. But, and no, it's not no shot to anybody in particular. If you feel a way, pray about it. When Chris Brown be like, I'm not thinking about you tonight, I'm not. Cause once I pray, let my head down, you know, I wake up the next day, man, hey, today gonna be a good day. Get my thanks and we keep it rolling. But hard to love is more, you know, something that's like precious to me. If you haven't checked it out, man, you know, I'm gonna put the links in the videos. You know, of course it's gonna be on YouTube, but you can find it on YouTube. It's on all platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, you know, YouTube, whatever you name it, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, you know, I like just, you know, just give a little, you know, tiny, like, you know, a little thing about me. Okay, yeah, I like this in the future. But don't get me wrong, Lil Wayne, goated. J. Cole, goated. Kendrick, goated. Jordan Lucas, goated. Don Tripp, goated. Recently got into Akeem Ali. Yeah, man, you know. And there's many more I like. Gucci, back, you know, I was young, you know what I'm saying, before YNs were called YNs, like, we was on that, like, you know what I'm saying, so I'm just, you know, with love and positivity. Of course, I'm gonna have some songs it's gonna be about. I'm gonna rap about what I want to talk about, like, that's just me. But my biggest thing is I'm trying to do substance. I'm trying to bring substance to you. I'm trying to bring, you know, to get you in your feelings sometimes, even when you don't want to be. Sometimes I want my music to be therapeutic. I'm trying to make timeless music. Timeless. Now, don't get me wrong, I want to hit. Who don't? Who want to be the next down the block, you know what I'm saying, popping? But also, I'm not really a spotlight person like that. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like to sit back behind the scenes, ghost right, you know, stuff like that, man. I just like to see, you know, honestly, I like to see my friends win. I like to see a lot of people win. Now, it's been, you know, a couple times, you know, in my life, you know what I'm saying? I get jealous, but it's the jealous for good though, cause I'm happy they winning. But I'm like, dang, it made me, you know, sometimes look back at myself, and be like, I need to get on my shit. It doesn't matter, like, you know what I'm saying. Even when I was playing ball back in the day at school, and another thing that I want to tell a lot of people that, you know, a lot of people, you know, kind of get missed from school sometimes. Just because you knew of me, don't mean you know me. I just want to say that to a lot of people. Like, don't really get it twisted because you think, okay, I was like this back in school. Man, chill out. Chill out. Chill out. Don't speak on my name. Honestly. If you can't really say nothing positive or that in the third or keep it P, man, come on. Don't pillow talk about me to get something. That's lame too. I mean, I can't wait to explain Dream Girls because there's a lot of gems I drop, and I'm just telling you how I move every day. When I'm looking for love, I'd rather for somebody, you know, love me. Don't love what I got, don't love what I can bring, don't love none of that, just love me. And when hard to love comes, that's when I'm coming with you. I'm loving everything about you. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to fight with you. I don't want you to get tricked by this social media that you gotta have this, have that. I want you to learn to be able to tell the difference between the two. You know, and a lot of people, it kind of fly over their head sometimes. But, you know, I'm just at this space in my life, man. I'm growing every day, learning every day. Once again, I gotta, you know, hey, my kids, man, they push me. Like, my youngest, hey, turn on your music. We want to hear this, etc. I really want to, you know, write more for them, like just to have so they can hear and trust. I got a lot in store. I got a lot. When I mean I got a lot to say, I got a lot in store. You know what I'm saying? It just, you know, I'm just at the level to where now, like, you know, I'm grown, man. Like, I'm doing what I need to do. I'm providing. I'm taking good care of myself, as you can see. You know what I'm saying? We ain't really gotta, you know, say much. You look at me. I'm good. I can be better, yes, of course I can. I know better, you know. A couple meal, you know. Even when I talk to my, you know, kinfolk sometimes, God know why he didn't give me a million. Yeah, he knew exactly why he didn't give me no million, because he knew and I have in the past, so, and I wasn't nowhere close to a meal, but I'm kind of thankful. Matter of fact, I am thankful for how my life is going, because it's really trying me to be a better man. It really, you know, leveled me up in ways mentally that I probably wouldn't even been ready for around that time. And we just gonna be honest, I probably would be like just about like everybody else making mistakes. And not saying nothing wrong, because you gotta learn from your mistakes. That's all that matters. Once you learn from it, you just don't go down the road and repeat again. And I, you know, really say that about a lot of people, like, just don't go and repeat it again, you know. But Hard to Love is one of my, you know, it's one of my favorite songs. I know my homegirl asked me, you know, she be like, do you have a favorite song? Not really, it's whatever moment I'm in. Like, I'll be on for 2 weeks and I'm on to the next, you know. Cause I gotta keep growing. I watch a lot of people, and I just wanna make this known just for, you know, just really people in my city. And there's no disrespect, no shots to y'all. I'm not competing with none of y'all. Call me cocky, say what you want. I'm looking at the top with people who are already making hits, whoever doing that and the third. I compare my music with them all the time, because that's somewhere where I want to see, like, myself being. Like, I can't see myself just being city famous. Nah, that ain't my style. I don't see myself there. I see myself somewhere elevated, doing what I need to, and as really putting on. I got a lot in store, especially when I get to my destination. I promise you. And I'm not gonna really say too much. I don't like to do too much talking now. I know the video is 20 minutes right now, but Hard to Love out on all platforms. Every song I do, I'm gonna try to give you the breakdown. This probably been, a little horrible breakdown a little bit, but I don't really like to just hear the song for yourself and listen to it then, and you just tell me, you drop in the comments below. It'll be up on TikTok. I might throw them up in parts. Honestly, I'm not really gonna top all this up, but I'm just gonna get y'all to go to YouTube. I'm gonna try to get y'all the link, whatever. It's gonna be like Facebook, if I can turn it to a reel or just a post. It's gonna be on Facebook. It's gonna be on IG. It'll be on parts of it might be on TikTok, depending on how I feel. But YouTube is gonna be the source. I do have a YouTube channel, so you can like, comment, subscribe. Just drop it if you messing with it. I take open criticism. I really do, because it helped me. Because if this not the song for you, I'm bouncing around, so I'm gonna make something eventually of your liking. And that's what I'm trying to be diverse, trying to be, on top of my game. But yeah, man, I rambled on a lot, and we rock. Shout out my brother Cho. Shout out to everybody else who doing their thing and doing it big, especially from the city, man. I love to see it. Like, we need more of that. We need to stop all the envy. We need to stop all that crab in the bucket mentality. Now, me personally, I don't really care if you, rock with me and stuff like that. It really don't matter. It's what I'm trying to reach and what I'm trying to get. So, I'm looking at the bigger picture. I'm not looking at something that's near me. I mean, think about it. And I know for a fact, we got talent, be 100%. Do they get the recognition? I mean, depending on if they trying. So some of the people, cry about that. Look, we gotta start doing that. We gotta start, digging and actually being consistent, like showing consistency, but not doing the wrong stuff. You feel me? We gotta do it the right way. Ain't tearing each other down. We ain't doing none of that. But with anybody, I'm open with features. Don't waste my time. I won't waste yours. Simple as that, man. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it. And for the love of God, man, for all the female artists that really wanna really do something, girl, look, y'all, I don't want y'all, man. Look, when it's about business, bro, I don't want to mess up the business. We're gonna keep that 100%. It's straight business. Business. That's the type of time I'm on business. Come on, man. I'm on a whole nother different level, man. I'm not really worried about that, man. Life, I know life is life. Stuff happens, but trust, look, my mind's at about taking care of my family. That's the first order of business. This a hobby, true enough. But let's make history. Let's have some on wax. Let's have some out there. Let's do that first. Let's get to what we need to get to. But anyways, look, one more 2 times, like, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to Cho. That verse he wrote, and the verse he did on this song, I feel like he wrote that for me. I'm a fan of his on this song. And he teaching me more and more each day as we get, writing with the pen and stuff, And yes, I do look at him like competition too. Anybody that get on the song with me, I look at you like competition. I'm gonna try my best. Y'all do you. Take it how you want. Competition. It is what it is. But we're gonna make a hit at the same time. We're gonna make something to remember at the same time. So I challenge anybody. We do a song, we go ball from ball. I'm not the greatest at freestyling, but when it come down writing, let's do it. Let's do it. But enough. enough said, man. It's your boy Waymo 2 Time, man. We rock. Y'all wanna go check out any more songs? This is pretty much episode 1. This is just the beginning, man. Just the beginning. And I promise y'all really see how much I got really put up. Believe me. Yeah. So I'll let you one more. Wait till I really like, you know what I'm saying, getting in my bag and actually throwing at y'all what I really got. But enough of popping, you feel me? I'm trying to keep it PG. Keep God first. Keep love in your heart. I love everybody. Go check out Hard to Love. And like I say, come back to this video, drop a comment, you know, like, comment, subscribe. Oh, by the way, I do have Hard to Love on 2, you know, different type of YouTubes. One on top of that, just who I'm with. And some of y'all want to, you know, kind of get your music distributed everywhere. Shout out to United Masters. That's who I'm with. They distribute my music anywhere. You do all the reading and stuff for yourself. Not gatekeeping, no knowledge. It's too much money out here to do that. Too much. Trust me, I'm fine. I'm at peace. You know what I'm saying? But enough of that. Waymo 2 Time. We rock. Love y'all. Stay safe. Stay out of the way. Life.